Hello, let's do a paradox run, man. So there's going to be a weird noise you hear every once in a while. I think that guy's broken. There's going to be a weird noise you hear once in a while. It sounds like a ch. It's going to be Final Fantasy XIV, which I have running in the background. Now, I know and you know, and we both know that it's not good to have another game running in the background while you're playing a game. But Final Fantasy XIV has been having some severe server issues today. They're actually going to do a patch live, but I was playing it and everything was going smooth, great, good, grand, gravy, gravid, and I got kicked off in the middle of a. There's this thing called the duty roulette, where if you join this roulette for things that you've already cleared in the game, basically helping other people clear them, or people that want to do them, they might have already done them before, but they, for experience or resources or whatever, want to clear them again. It solved the problem of there being certain, like, unpopular dungeons that were done that, or dungeons that were present that never, basically you couldn't get people for. It still happens once in a while if you're trying to do like an extreme trial, which is facing a big giant monster, that you can wait for hours and hours and not get anybody interested in doing it. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff is, besides the harder kind of in-game, or maybe not in-game, but like gear level cap stuff, it's better to just to have this system. Anyway, I was trying to do that to work on leveling up one of my numerous Final Fantasy jobs, and maybe 10 minutes towards the end of the thing, which was a long one. I was doing the main story quest, which only includes 2 dungeons, both of which are extremely longulord. They're extreme longulords. They are fundamentally unpopular. They're level 50 capped 8-min dungeons that they use to wrap up the conclusion of the initial story. And, you know, they're interesting or whatever, but they're the same thing every time. And they're the only things in the game where the cutscenes, the introductions to mechanics or a story that take part in them cannot be skipped, because what was happening when they could be skipped was players on their first time through were watching the cutscenes and getting left behind. They were essentially sitting in cutscenes and coming into an empty room and having no idea how all these enemies had gotten cleared or where they even were supposed to go. And even worse than just that, sometimes they were getting out of a cutscene and immediately being kicked into a new, another cutscene, because the rest of the group, the 7 other people who'd done it however many times before, felt no need to, you know, wait around for them. They just went through killing stuff, and they basically got no experience. So then the next time they're doing it for someone else, they don't know what's going on. It kind of was this, like, this constantly worsening situation of making it possible to skip something that in a relatively narrative-driven game is kind of the freaking point of the game, and then punishing anybody that was interested in observing it. So since the new expansion came out, there's been there's short cutscenes on a lot of the other things, but they're so brief and they're resolved so quickly that people don't tend to get too upset if you sit and watch them. So it's not the same kind of deal. T-shirt cannon sucks. We're gonna pop this in here real quick and then destroy that blue. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. We might use the t-shirt cannon as just kind of a... Why not? Nah. A t-shirt cannon is one of those guns that I don't even use. I don't even waste the time. Oh, yeah. Brutus is still terrified of all the explosions that are going up. I actually don't have much of a backlog because of said expansion to Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing that a lot. Actually, if Nate doesn't come over tonight, I'm going to be completely, completely behind, or not behind, but completely without tomorrow's low poly launch, which is kind of like, I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I don't want low poly launch to die, I just don't want it to be a mandatory everyday update kind of thing. You can get a lot of videos pretty quickly because there's no sense of a complete entire narrative the way there is with a Gungeon run or even Isaac, where you start at the beginning and end at the conclusion. You cut them into 30-minute blocks. You do a single floor of a long run or something like that. And even if we do a Gungeon run, if we're doing something shorter, we'll do it. I like the idea of it being kind of the length of the low poly launch stuff being contained, so that I don't feel that I need to do, like when I was doing Isaac, and I'm not very fast at Isaac, when I was doing Isaac and Gungeon every day, that was basically 3 hours of video I was making every single day. Sometimes I'd get ahead by just playing a ton, but like, I think Gungeon is pretty much all of the daily, everyday, full playthrough I can do. Not that anybody's like clamoring and asking for more, but if they were, I'd be like, nah, nah. Double vision is a yes. We will worry about keys and old crests and all of that later. Double vision is a definite yes. I want to start making my decisions a little bit more rapidly. I mean, I know that that's stupid because of exactly what I could miss out. This is a game where thinking everything through is always, having all the options presented in front of you is almost always the best approach. You've got to be shitting me. Whoops. Well, that one's okay. We're doing everything thoroughly. Oh my lord. Thoroughly is definitely the right way to go. But it's not always the way that, like, you feel like going. Red hearts do not matter at this point. I got some in the back there. I mean, if there turns out to be a vampire, I'll be slapping and biting myself in the own ass. Shooting myself in the own foot, even. But, I don't know. MMOs are kind of like... they're kind of a subject. They're kind of a... they're a very personal thing. There's something that... if I hadn't played Final Fantasy XI, I don't think I would have ever played an MMO, period. The idea of it being a constant increase of stuff, relying on internet connectivity and just all of that, just freaking sucks. I should have bought a key before now. The need to be always online, the need to pay every month to ensure you're able to experience everything, the little mini purchases of DLC, stuff like that. It's exactly what I rail against constantly. Like, and these updates. So there's a hotfix coming out later tonight from, you know, there was a hotfix on Monday from 9 p.m. to midnight or something. I got booted earlier, and then there's another hotfix coming at from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. My time, and these are my days off. This is basically, I was extremely excited to play this this new content, and on my days off, it's not available. So I have the fundamental problem. I think it's, you know, 100% justified, the problem I have with always online experiences, and I think a lot of people already feel this way. That's why they just don't even touch MMOs or Overwatches or whatever. Like, I don't really need to explain it. Buying something and then having extremely limited access to it based on your internet, their internet, issues with the content, etc., etc. There's so many things that, of course, can go wrong in a situation like this that makes it so that the thing you played for is not. Ooh, baby boy, God. I love it. Look at this. Some water. Oh my God. That sucked. That was the worst. It's not super great either. What does he say? Well, I think we're gonna try this. And then we're gonna destroy this, of course. That's just what we do. And like, I would have been cool with junk game. We're not gonna give away our guns. I still prefer future money over present guns. Over a little trade-in and swap. And we're not desperate enough for guns to be looking into that quite yet. That one bulb bat took all of those shotgun shots. I think the like hesitation before an enemy dissolves has wasted more ammo than like anything else in this game. There's like a freaking delay. So you kill an enemy and then they're doing a death animation and then they disappear. All right. I have both the t-shirt and the other shirt cannon. The T and the P. Oh, I just love this freaking weapon. Just look at it. Just look at what I've done to these guys. I am kind of using a lot of the shotgun, but I have another shotgun, so. Come on, dude. Why are you so far away? Why are you so hard to hit? Jeez. There. Very well done. Let's go to the shop. We're hoping that it leads to the thing. It doesn't look like it. Right in the hole with you. Let's get your face all exploded. Oh, I was so excited. I know that I could be saving ammo using the double vision, but I'm trying to just play consistent while I'm holding this thing instead of changing up strats. Being a little reserved, little withholding. God damn it. As a way to give myself the greatest likelihood of not taking damage. Changing up strategies and stuff is cool and smart when you're just trying to burn through, but when defense is your main focus, you just pop your head around the corner. Shoot a guy a couple times, and then pop your head the other way around said corner. One of the millions of times that it's in the final freaking path. Oh god, I thought I like felt myself get hit there. Brutus is still scared of all these explodies. I think I already talked about that just a little tiny bit. Oh, good. What? It's on the other side? Okay, no, it's in a long, narrow room after the... I really, am considering that. Just gonna stay close, shoot a lot, hope our shot's going through, handle any of the other guys that come up. Try to double vision as often as possible. Double vision gunsing is kind of a freaking blessed situation. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright, one key. Let's get a little bit of money back from, what? I thought for sure. Okay. Let's get a little bit of money back from these boys, and then see where our cash has us. Where we have our cash. Muscle relaxant is just an, accuracy boost. It'll put us at 64. I think this was 66. But I think we're going to go for this instead. Because I want the curse. Oh, it's only 54. So yeah, we're good. Some more shotguns. Not great ones, but ones. Oh, probably in here, actually. No? Weird. Well, I mean, not weird, but I could have sworn. And we're going to be stupid. We're going to be going into the next floor with no money and no... Ooh, that's so good for this run. Monster grub. What does it do? Mouse. Oh, Nightbot's not working. Hold on 1 second. Oh shit. I'm into Final Fantasy. Well, keep that on in the background. Check in every floor so that it doesn't AFK me. Monster grub is... I don't know. I'm not looking it up. We got 2.5 curse. No keys. No money. Poison protection. 2 flawlesses. 2 incredible poison weapons and 1 incredible charm weapon. Probably use this for a little bit. Charge shot seems like it has more ammo than it used to. Excuse me? I think Monster Grub is like perfect accuracy with this, or like 0 spread. No, it's homing bullets, okay. Which kind of, oddly enough, hurts the poisoning that this thing used to do. This update tends to have turned a lot of shotguns into not shotguns, which in some cases is totally acceptable. In many cases is kind of obnoxious. I guess this one is still the same number of shots at least, but it's all contained. I still haven't seen a Kohler on this run. I'm keeping my eyes out for a Kohler because I think that Huntsman has been disingenuous about my kills. Whoops, I just fucking walked into that. Rage is okay, but we're balls broke right now. Fire the shot off. There we go. Oh, we still get 2. Yeah, okay, there's no complaint about this one. It's the same number of shots, they're just guaranteed to land. And the floor poisoning situation is fine. We're like guaranteed to poison our target, our actual target, so let's stop worrying about other stuff. Let's just do it. Let's see how we can do on this guy. Maybe even the shot grub. The accuracy could be pretty useful. The poison, not useful at all. I think muscle relaxant is fucking killing it right now. Holy shit. What's really doing a great job is movement speed boost. As always, movement speed boosts are worth their weight in freaking straight up gold, platinum, plutonium, uranium. What's the most valuable, like, material at this point? I actually don't know. I'm not getting hit at the end, but I'm not using another blank. What a beautiful FOK. What a beaut of a fuck. These are the keys right there. I'm so glad. It's just silly. It's silly how fucking frequent that is. Ooh. How come it's like an every run thing? Like, for real? Do they just not expect you to run this game this much or something? But like, for real, once I have the chamber gun and the finish gun, I'm gonna see at least one, if not both of them, every time I run through the game. That's insane. I don't really like it when it gets indecisive like that. There's one of them. Oh, wait. Oh, I should have pushed him the other way. What am I? Some sort of stupid? Some sort of suicide squad? Oof. Wow. Oof and blow. We keep getting a lot of these little jammed mamacitas. Are those... Is this muscle relaxant actually just giving some of these shots homing powers? Like, I know it's giving this one homing powers, but is it doing it for other weapons? Baby boy. Little lady, you're my favorite baby boy right now. So we're going to do at least one extra full heart deposit. We might do another. 3 is what we have in storage. And see how I feel leaving this one. 211. That's probably pretty good. Alright. Chaos. I am about it. I'm about it. Give me something useful. Balls. Laser just means light emitting ray. Zer. There's the rub. Excuse me, the rube. Ports 42, we're getting 56 per. We're definitely gonna drop some more. 106 is not high enough. This bling might have been, was pointless, but got ourselves another half heart to spend. And some more curse, a gun that I don't really care for. But I'm sure you'll see me using for the next floor. Because that's my whole fucking thing. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have 2 empty ones, so we're gonna do this 5 times. I'm just going clickety clack. $246 with both blanks. 2 empty spots for us to fill in. 2 armor, which are equal, if not better, than 2 full hearts somehow. I feel like I'm sitting off center and like low. Whatever. Yo, what was that? One of the bullets came way late. Man, that's crazy. So I was all worried about the money and keys I was bringing into that floor. And look at us now. Whoops. Oh, chaos bullets, right. I was like, why was that one shot so weird, slow, and frustrating, and ugly, and small? Chaos bullets. We're going to be getting all kinds of effects, but we're not going to be able to predict them. Please. Leave me alone. Sir, leave me alone. I think that was a ghost bullet that helped take him out there. Oh my god. Wait till I have money to start giving me stuff for free. It's like being an actual celebrity. It's like, there's this thing on Reddit about how some plane company decided to gift sing rapper Drake a freaking plane. Because they're like, yeah, the exposure is worth it. We took this as a hit in our advertising budget. We gave this freaking multi-millionaire a free plane. And it's like, you know, if you're already doing well, why not just have someone take care of something that you could already afford? I mean, what's the big deal? Just because I'm rich doesn't mean you need to act like I shouldn't also have all kinds of other stuff for free. Yuck. This is going to be the best weapon because of the many myriad chaos effects we might be able to add to it. The poison's okay, but I mean we're getting them poisoned without even switching to our thing. Let's just get that out of here and finish this fucko up. Do it. Do not. Mother freaking fucker. Okay, good. Done. We're back in regular business. This is a regular shotgun, which is part of regular business, but isn't the whole thing. We're gonna wait on buying anything from what's her name. Cindy Grace. Because why wouldn't we? Yep. Just head first into it. Boom, 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 boom. We got 3 keys, but guess what 3 keys would equal? Is infinite keys in the right situation. So let's just keep it together. I don't know why I switched from the homing poisonous shotgun to this less homing, completely, well, only partially unpoisonous shotgun. Everything's a little poisonous if you're using the right item. Okay, so this is 1 Kohler. There we go. So Frightful's not off his freaking rocker. I just had like 3 runs where I didn't get a single Kohler. Or I guess I didn't kill a single Kohler. Ooh, I got speed boost. This guy doesn't have a fucking chance. We got two Kohlers in a row. Or maybe they died to other means and it's gotta be a, you know, number 5 with a bullet. I'm gonna have to check on how Final Fantasy's doing it in the background. Yeah, I don't know if Nate's gonna come over today. We talked about it, but then he was like asking about, oh my god, my plans for the 4th, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I was like, dude, we talked about this. I'm already freaking working. And it's gonna be like the deadest day of the year. So he may have been born with it, or it may have been Maybelline, but I'm not. What I'm not sure of is which one of those it is. Dupe. Oh! It's a great gun. But it made me use a key when I weren't ready. Didn't work. Hey. Hey. Might as well. Ooh, 5 bullets. Worth it. Well, dang. Alright, Cine G, let's Cine C what the Cine D is. Pink. Oh. Ooh, Trident, huh? Trident true. Brave New World. Don't know what it is. Sounds wet. Brink of cash. Okay, well. Dude, we got so many guns to sell. This is fucking ridiculous. We're out. Let me check that other screen. I'm very surprised that the controller's working. It's working for both. Huh. Maybe I don't need to check the screen. Maybe I've been running around this whole time. Yo, that was weird. Alright. So hopefully we're going to sell a bunch of these bunghole style weapons that we're not really using. I mean, there's not really much of a need to. The incentivization is not there. I would love oiled cylinder. I would love it. Because I got a handful of slowy reloadies. And I'm not too big of a fan. Well, I mean, some of them are like probably maybe going to be done away with, but not definitely, because, like I said, I don't necessarily need to. That guy didn't even fall in the pit. It ain't even a petition. Aw, man. So dumb. I wanted to say, I feel like it's been a little while since I've gotten like a Table Tech blank kind of thing, but I actually have no recollection of when I last got one, so I don't want to speak tales outside of school. Or anywhere, really. I don't want to tell tales. Nothing needs ammo. Nothing. I've been using so many bad weapons. Not bad, but like, not useful. Okay, we will get rid of that extra curse, though. It's just not, it's doing negative anything. Oh my guts. They just made a noise like a freaking inside-out fart. It went, like a bison struggling on the prairie. Yeah. Yeah. Get away from me! Bring curving bullets to take these guys out. Hey, they bounced. Oh, we're bouncing now? When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out? On the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3? Because I feel like that was 10 million trillion years ago. But I also feel like it was kind of yesterday. I remember the hype leading up to that. I was still hanging out with Nate. Watch that trailer with that Stevie Wonder song. I mean, like, this looks phenomenal. This looks like it's gonna blow minds and shift spines. Like, it looked so good. Like, how can they make a city on this scale? How can they... What's going on with this narrative? Why are there so many characters? Do they understand that a game can't be everything at once? And I think, like, they did a pretty good job of that game being everything at once. They have the framework with GTA 3 and then everything sans being pretty much a lock for open world exploration. The engine's just getting more and more refined. Oh man, I just walked into him. Ooh, that was our last armor? We haven't gotten an armor in a while, that means. Oh, fuck. Forgot about that. So the trident can reflect or delete nearby bullets, I believe, but it's kind of a Huntsman-esque weapon. Huntsman-esque Thompson. This is gonna be the fucking Dick Lord. The freaking High Priest. I don't even know what I'm using. Butthole. This will burn through some shotgun of hate. But we're getting walls at least. Oh boy. Don't let them get so close. If this move didn't exist, I'd call this fight fair. I wouldn't love it, because there's still shit flying out of the freaking walls. But I'd call it, oh, fuck. I'd call this fight fair. Like, the invincibility on top of it is just the intangible permanent attack section of the fight is just rotten trash. Let's see if we can't sell some stuff. For no reason. Not keeping it. Not keeping a weapon that's just gonna fall apart on me at some point. We don't need beams when we have the freaking Gunzing. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go to the secret room. It's another greenie that's locked. Everything else we're good with. Oh, wait. I don't want this anymore. Oh, God. I ate a Beyond Burger. Beyond Burger has become so freaking synonymous with vegetarian burgers in such a short time. It's like really impressive. The word used to be Boca Burger. You'd say Boca Burger and people understood a la, not Synecdoche. What is the fucking thing? Where you replace the brand with the individual type. they would understand. The example that's always used, I'm trying to think of other examples, is because Nate and I talked about this recently, how tissue is always used. Like, you know, why does it sound like fire in here? Or Kleenex is always used. So the term Kleenex has been pretty much standardized as meaning an unmoistened towelette. And, you know, if you say a Kleenex, it doesn't mean a Kleenex brand face tissue. It just means, I mean, it does mean a Kleenex, it doesn't mean a Kleenex brand. It means any brand face tissue, and you never have to clarify it. But it used to be Boca Burgers were the Kleenex of veggie burger, and now Beyond is becoming the Kleenex, which is an incredible feat in such a relatively small market. The Impossible Burger, I think, is hoping for a little bit of that brain share. Is that what they call it? That share of the brain space. I do not need these. Well, I might as well though. Mine cutter is good. We'll probably use it in hell. We're selling the Frosty G, the Emir. Nothing else in here. I'll buy it. Armor. Because why the fuck not? You know? Something's wrong with my stomach. I got like a poop problem, but not like I need to poop. I got like something like poop, but more problematic. I should not ever be surprised by an enemy shot at this point. I shouldn't be surprised by like literally anything in this game. It's like, it's crazy that I'm, oh my god, that I'm still getting hit as regularly as I am. When I'm playing this game, still daily, 2 years later. I guess this is kind of my throwaway. So Fusilier. I actually want to use the Siren with this one, because I've jumped into that pit. Oh my god, why are these bullets so fast? That's some synergy I got, and it's not just the Chaos Bullet. It's not at all. I mean, the Chaos Bullets are probably making some of them even faster, but holy fuck. Fish is totally protecting us from the bullets, that's great. Ugh. Come on, dude. Can you please be dead? Oh, you bastard asshole. Oh, BA. 2 blues. That's surprising. My favorite knight of the old round tableau. Oh god, these are not. Oh wait, no, this is the shot jump. I thought I had the RPG and the something else. Oh, we got a map. What are we doing? I thought I had the charge gun in the RPG. I did not. I had the charge gun in the LCD sound system. So no keys in that secret room. It's kind of a bummer. Let's go this, let's go just close this loop, because we'll have to eventually anyway. Is there? Yeah, there is a second wave for this one. Fernando loves Brutus, and it, like, it's so cute, but it breaks my heart that Brutus isn't on the back. So Fernando, we found in our yard, is from some neighbor cat, where the mom ran away, the cats had come over from the neighbor's house and were just in our yard one night. We returned all of them the next day. Jackie went over and picked out Fernando. And oh my god, that's our story of having him. But so Brutus has been a part of his life since inception, since that movie came out. Now, since his birth, Brutus has been a part of Fernando's life, but Fernando has very recently become a part of Brutus's life, and he's not the friendliest. You know, he's a jealous dog. He wants the attention and affection to be his and his alone, and he definitely doesn't want some other freaking animal, some filthy goddamn animal coming up and hanging out with him. Some animal that he doesn't know. He's 6 years old. He's got a little tiny baby animal that loves hugging and hiding around him and stuff. But so their relationship is not exactly as cordial as it could be. I wish Brutus was a little bit more into hanging out with Fernando, but he tolerates him, which is like, hey, there we go. I could have sworn this was a like a shrine. Well, I guess it's a challenge shrine, but I thought on the menu it looked like a shrine kind of thing you'd see, like a blank shrine, you know, where you go blank, you get a good dodge roll when it matters. So, I think you might have just heard it, but there's still freaking firework explosions going on. I think a combination of that and just everything else is kind of mellowing Brutus out a little bit. So Fernando and he have been laying on this blanket that they both love. They're cuddled up right now. I wish I could just show you a freaking picture, but I don't want to have to send it to Discord and then change the thing. Actually, I might do it at the end of this run. It's so cute, but I wish Brutus was, you know, he became a brother late in life. It's hard to expect him to want it as bad. That sounds fucking terrible, but I hope you know what I mean. Like, diazepam, right? Yeah. It's the extra 75% damage with these weapons. Diazepam used to be the most busted fucking thing. It wasn't called diazepam, it was just the way muscle relaxant worked. It was so fucking busted. I guess he gets poisoned. I don't fucking know, man. That's the move that has hit me on this fight more than anything else recently. It used to be this move. There's one ricochet that I seem to position myself pretty stupidly for. I can't believe how... Well, I can believe it. I act like I never use the freaking monster grub, but I use the monster grub all the time. I just love dots. Ugh. Okay. And with the accuracy, or the, you know, the homing aspect of it right now, it's kind of hard for it not to be maximum dottage. I mean, every bullet's hitting. Every single time it poisons. I'm not allergic to poison like I used to be. Let's just get it. Nope, we're not going to one cycle. We're just going to use this up, though. That only one cycles with modifiers, I guess. Alright. Since I now know that my controller is still active in both, I'm going to wait until I cannot take fall damage. Do this. I guess I'm still hoping for keys. show up, because otherwise there's not really any reason. I mean, I know which chests I'm gonna pick up, and it's not gonna be this blue one we're making our way towards. Unless we get more chests, then absolutely. Or more keys. Glad I corrected myself and said keys instead of chests. This game was listening, and I was speaking incorrectly. We're still gonna fill up this one. It wouldn't have been full by itself. So in this previous room, let's see. This one was free. Cheese, buddy. Cheese burger. This one sucks. And yeah, we're gonna get these two other ones. Item? Nah. There's not really a blue item. Table tech, everything is blue. Well, fuck. And we got M1 multi-tool, so we'll be using that for the rest of the first floor. The first bit of the next floor. Who cares about this? Is this a... I mean, no. It's armor. Huh. We don't need to go back to the front to pick up our one half heart, because we got it in the secret room here. We'll also get a little blanklet. Or a guanlet. Now let's fill up the Gunzing and get the fuck out of here. It's so crazy to me that that the thing is the most consistent floor in the game, basically. Alright. Looks like I'm dancing around in the menu, but I'm not. I've been pranked. Ooh, boy. Aw, man, I didn't let it hit the reload. This used to say... generating? I don't know. Anyway, they got all pissed at themselves when they realized it should have said reloading. A lot of people suggested it on Reddit, basically. You know, like we talk about that at literally every board meeting. And then 3 updates went by before they did it. I said I was going to use M1 multi-tool. I kind of forgot about this little combination we got going right here. So, you'll have to forgive me if I don't care that I said I'll use it. Well, we can use the M1 multi-tool on the first phase of the Lich, honestly. But we don't need to. There's not really anything that we need to do on this, on the remainder of this run. Everything's just... oh, Lord. Like watching a particle and anti-particle give each other a little splody kiss. There's the secret room right there. And we don't care. We just don't need it. That's how a lot of runs feel in this game now. Like, I haven't had many runs where I've had a bunch of weapons and G's. A bunch of weapons and G's. And like I needed to sell the shittier ones for an S. The shitty ones are usually upgraded by synergies now, so it doesn't matter. Or damage modifiers or something. Hey phone, I already know that I got that email. You don't have to just pop on for no reason and tell me that I got the same email. I was here when you did it last time. Come on, reload. What the fuck? It's kind of weird to me, when I think about it, that I prefer... in this game, at least, I prefer dots over direct damage a lot of the time. Because it's not weird, but like, it's like when I'm playing So this is I'm gonna keep talking about Final Fantasy so that everyone gets annoyed. But my main job, Scholar, used to have a bunch of damage over time things you could apply to enemies and kind of, then go back to healing. They took that away to give it a bigger focus on just pure healing, which is a little frustrating because it was always a situation where pure healing was available when you needed it, but making it so that that was the only thing you could do felt limiting, like artificially limiting. And in doing so, they took away the ability to put dots on every enemy that we were facing and replaced it with a kind of a damage burst that you can do that's instant. So it's good, fast, consistent damage, but you do it and then it's over, instead of something that what they had, which was usually the same amount of damage, or maybe even a little more, but over time, so that it never felt like you had to worry about it. You just had to place the dots, get a tiny amount of burst damage when you did it, but you focus on constantly placing dots and constantly healing your team. Now it's, if you want to do group damage as a healer, it's all burst damage for all jobs. There's not a single AoE dot on a healer in the game. And it's such a weird thing, because it seems like if you wanted to focus on pure healing and still keep some damage on the healers, you just... Oh shit, we could have used the thing. You just let them do dots. You let them do generalized damage, and then focus in on healing. I mean, that's how I would do more pure healing setup. Oh my god, I didn't even see that thing. I wasn't looking at anything in particular. I hate this part on ultra wide. That wall's so far away. You can't actually see the edge sometimes. Alright, movement speed made up for any other issues I had. And that one, going back to this, and maybe... I don't know. What's a good shotgun? I guess this is probably the fastest firing shotgun. The closest to a fully automatic. I don't think we're going to use it, though. We're just going to hear that sweet gunsing music. Here, I'll burn through it. Last time I learned something about pure dodging on this fight. Or pure, yeah, positional dodging on this fight, and I think it's still applicable. You can jump, you can roll, but relying on it is maybe not even the right way to go about it here. Yeah, I think that just positioning right is absolutely the way to go during that fight. Reblinks. There's one of them. He's gonna do the pizza slice when he comes back. Nope. Not gonna have time. He's too close to the... There we go. We did have time. And that is like a textbook perfect Lich Flawless. That is the most perfect Lich Flawless. I did have a bunch of damage. I did have Gunzing and dots and stuff like that. But that is as close to a textbook perfect Lich Flawless as one can hope for. That was so goddamn good. Let me get this thing. I said I was going to do this and I'm going to do it. No flash. Come on. Man. Flash off. Rudy. Alright, so let's I want to show that as the end of this video. I gotta pull it up on the stream though. Oh, that was so weirdly black and white. Look at these two. That's Brutus sleeping back there. So it's under my desk. That's why there's this disgusting mess of wires. I hate it. Please forgive me. I've tried so many times to organize them, and you can kind of see where I started, but I am terrible at organization. But that's where he hides from the fireworks. And then there's Fernando hanging out with him. Fernando is so fucking big, it's mind-blowing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video. Oh wait, one more thing before I forget. Put that at 73. We're good.